stadium for South Carolina. The Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks offense will take the field first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Wide receiver going in motion. Sellers. That's caught. It's McAllister. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's McAllister. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Aggies offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes Marcel Reed. The man he's going up against and may well have a problem with all day long is Dylan Stewart, who can change a game in a heartbeat.
What a great matchup here. One of the better quarterbacks in the nation against one of the best pure pass rushers, too. And these guys have their eyes, obviously, on the NFL draft, but these guys are the heartbeats, and they're the heart and soul of their respective offense and defense. Quarterback, he better have a plan in mind because he's not going to have a lot of time with this dude coming off the end.
And I think I'm just really curious to watch this QB, man. How does he handle the pressure? How does he negotiate the rush? How does he deal with a top-tier talent flying off the edge at him, making his life hard? I think we'll find out a lot about this young man and how he's going to play under duress. That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He's seeing.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Out of the chute, quick toss to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to...
Snags it, and there's running room. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Running inside. It's McAllister. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Sends it back in motion. Throwing, Sellers. The screen, he can go. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. They'll try the counter. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Looking left. A strike downfield.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And the Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Play number 9 on this drive. He'll keep it on 2nd down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina!
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Down 7-0, and they'll have a chance to match the score on this drive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the delay, it's Owens. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Play fake, Reed. Lets it fly. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it on the counter. Runs for the tackle. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Wide open downfield.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Gets the back moving. Here's Sellers to throw. Makes the grab. It's Bennett. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for space. It's McAllister. Across the 25. He's got room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Hand off from the shotgun. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Sellers from the gun on third down. They're working that left side. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And, guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They march 72 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Reed. He's got him. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama. Big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch, and this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack, still going to be tough to stop.
Fires quickly. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The give to the left side. Got a little grass. The 20. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. From the red zone, it's Owens. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They go play action with Sellers. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. The pick 6, he takes it in. Touchdown, Aggies. Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Sellers. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
On target. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Rides to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Throwing Reed. Grabs it in the middle. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback. And a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Gonna run it. It's Owens. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Here's the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Got a man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time.
There's a crease. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's McAllister. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Throwing, Sellers. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Keeps it himself. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They took it 64 yards right down the field and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal.
Finding some room. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's Reed to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Back to throw. It's Reed. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Throws to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Might be calling a hot route. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Now rolling to the left. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And I'd like to see the receivers do a better job fighting to get open on that scramble play. The quarterback's flushed out. He's working to his left. You now need to break the route off. You got to run with him. Someone's got to go down the boundary. Someone's got to come back to the quarterback and give him a place to go with the ball.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Reed makes the grab. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Creates a little room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And he can make things happen, too. It's so important now. You see this all the time in college football. Running back by committee. This team has a lot of talent. They are a loaded backfield, and it's good to see this backup now getting some run in this game.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Reed missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On the ground, it's Edwards. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This really has been a tale of 2 quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now they are playing with tons of confidence.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Going with the counter play here. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the Kansas State Wildcats. And it's the Cowboys coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC. Back over to your game inside Williams-Brice Stadium. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Arrington. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach coming out of the locker room. He has really talked to his team at the half about how they are executing with this noise. On the road, trying to separate themselves and stay alive in college football playoff contention. They've got to be better at the line of scrimmage. He said our guys have to lock in, look each other in the eye, and make sure everyone understands their job here to start the third.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I can imagine at half, this defense was like, all right, we've got to stop the running game. He's gotten too many yards. What do they do on the first drive now? They give him the football, and he makes another big gain. This defense has to find some answers. They got to wrap him up. They got to get him on the ground. They can't keep getting gashed.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Throwing, Reed. Pulls it in. It's Horton. Got the first down with the throw, and he'll get more after taking that shot. It'll be a roughing penalty. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. Running to the left. There's some room. Got enough for the first. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. The run inside. It's Owens. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll go to the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. No good. And here in the 3rd quarter, it is still a tie ball game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Running inside. It's McAllister. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
He's got the back in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Bennett. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Reed to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Edwards. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Starts to scramble to the left. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The sure hands, it's Bussey. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. And as their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time, Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Looking to the big tight end. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Shoots it to the left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Takes it on the return. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a...
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. What a grab with one hand.
2 hands is coached. You know, 1 hand's optional. What a great one-handed snap.
And the Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. So 1st down will open up the final period. The give to the left. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Open space at the 25. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Running the red zone, it's Morrow. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They go right back to their man on second and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. Touchdown, Aggies! They've got the lead here in the fourth. He'll try to tack on one more.
Third and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here's Sellers to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A 50-50 ball, and he comes down with it. What a tremendous contested catch. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Clark. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own. The extra point here would tie the game.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Handoff from the gun. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Strong, firm tackle.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
On the move, it's Baker. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll try it again. Could be an alley. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Gamecocks been the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Going to the run, it's Morrow. He's not going anywhere, nowhere to run, and they stop him for nothing on 4th and 2.
And man, when I was in school, man, you didn't really work on fourth down. Like, third down was a big priority. Nowadays, so many people go for it. This is the second time they've gone for it already. First time they were successful, but defense prepared, ready to rock and roll. They make the play, and they get the turnover.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Sellers. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. These corners going to give them some space. Myers on the move. Complete to the right. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And after that big completion with no timeouts, you need to clock it right now. You need to spike the ball, save some clock, knowing you've got to throw this ball into the end zone, give yourself a chance to win.
Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Sellers to the air again. Pocket breaking down. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. Now facing a 3rd and long. Throwing Sellers. Looking for the end zone. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. What a tremendous effort on the final play of regulation. But we've got overtime coming. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. They go to the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Reed. Finds his man. It's Bussey. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Not a chance. Missed it. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. A personal foul in overtime. What an egregious mistake, and one that he won't be able to explain. offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Touchdown, Aggies! They take the lead here in overtime.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
In a sudden change situation offensively, that's when you like to take shots. The defense just jogs out on the field. Let's see if we can catch them napping. Take a shot. Great job in the back end covering to force the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. 3rd down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got... goal from the 6.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
He wants it all. Touchdown, South Carolina. They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Now 1st down here in the 2nd overtime. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Sellers takes the easy throw in the flat. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Gamecocks have pushed it inside the 20. Back to pass, it's Sellers. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That score gives them the lead here in the 2nd overtime. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Horton. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did, after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
On the run, it's Owens. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They think there's room to run to the right here. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. The give to the back. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Reed to throw for it on fourth. It's incomplete, and that's going to do it. A fourth down stop seals it in overtime. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things and wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true, so I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody refocused. You can't let this loss now turn into 2 or 3 or more down the road.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.